Welcome to one of the oldest lakes in Iowa. Formed around 1938, I believe, was Lake McBride, which is what we are on today. We're going after crappie, bluegill, maybe walleye, and one of the rarities in all of Iowa, a spotted bass. Let's see what'll happen. It's 1 degree outside today and I forgot my lunch. The ice was cracking, my first time on the ice. And I would be lying if I said I'm not a little bit nervous. But with God on our side and all the right gear to have a successful fishing trip, let's see if we can't put on a show for you guys. With that being said, let's start drilling some holes and start marking some fish. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't even know what a spotted bass looks like, so I'll have to pull up a picture when I'm editing this, but I have no idea. We're using this K-Drill today, a K-Drill ice auger. Never used it, it's my first time using it. I've got a brand new DeWalt drill with 2 batteries, 2 20-volt batteries. And we're gonna see A, how thick the ice is, and B, how this drill works with this ice auger. Well, all right, well, this thing sucks. Man, this thing's not good. This is why we bring the manual one, because this thing's not good at all. Yeah. That's when we come down to old Trusty here. And that's exactly why I brought it. For that reason, right there. Let's go, boys. It's not gonna be easy today. God's not making it easy on us today. It's gonna be hard. I forgot my ice cleats. We're slipping everywhere. But hey. Ooh. What a good day to be on the ice, right? Stick our fish finder in there and see what's crack-a-lacking. Well, I think we're over a brush pile right now. I'm gonna try something. Let's see what happens here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of action right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look at OnX Fish and see where we're actually at. So this is where we're at. If we work our way right around there, we've got some flooded timber over there, but you know, I kind of like this right here, right off the flooded timber, right on the edge here, right around there. I like the looks of that. So we're gonna make a move real quick and see if we can't mark some fish. We've figured a lot out already. One, that drill can't handle that ice auger. Two, always bring an extra ice auger. Right where those holes are right there, there's a pile of timber. So if I come off that timber a little bit, there's also a dip down. So what I want to do is I want to get right in that middle of that dip there and a little bit off that timber. And I think there's going to be a money spot right around here. Let's test the theory. And there's really only one way to find out, and that's to go test it. Spot number 2. We're deep. All right, we're about 30 foot deep here. So let's see what 30 foot deep looks like. Right off the edge of flooded timber. Oh, we got a fish right at the bottom here. See if we can't bring him up. Marking one right at the bottom. Well, I'm marking fish, boys. I'm marking fish. So that is a good sign. Now we just gotta catch the fish. Now we just gotta catch the fish. Oh, we're gonna fish it. Fish it up here. Right at the top of the column here. Alright, we're gonna throw a little bit of a wax worm on there, and we'll see if they bite the tungsten jig here. Now this reel kind of sucks, if I remember correctly from last year. And it seems like my wax worms aren't completely frozen anymore. Well, never mind, they are. That's no good. Wax worms are frozen. But we'll see if we can at least get this bad boy on here. Oh yeah. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get this guy to the bottom. That probably wasn't the smartest move, Paul. But let's see what happens here. Down to the bottom we go. Come on, tungsten. Let's see if this pink tungsten can do any damage here. We are fishing pretty deep, so I would think that we would be getting like a walleye bite or a bass bite out here, but I could be entirely wrong. Could be entirely wrong. Oh, I think we got a fish on us, maybe. Hear the ice popping? I wonder if you guys can hear that. Ice is popping like crazy. Alright, boys. Packing them up, moving them out. Packing them up, moving them out. We'll just keep on looking here. We'll find them eventually. Spot number 2, bust. Again, I'm hopping on the onX Fish app. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go for a hike. We're gonna go for a little walk, boys. We are right here. You see the blue dot right here? And I'm thinking I want to fish all of this here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna walk around this little edge here and we're gonna fish it. It's about what we're gonna have to do here, so let's get walking. When Iowa finally became a state, Iowa was heavily wooded. Lots of woods. But with landowners needing a way to make money, a lot of the woods turned into pasture and cornfields, which would help supply the early farmer. And as you go throughout Iowa, you will notice still Iowa is primarily cornfields. But Thomas Huston McBride had a dream. McBride, hence what this lake is named after, who this lake is named after. He had a dream that some sort of conservation would be put into place so woods and timber wouldn't just go all out and extinct. So after some conversations with the government, the great government, they came to a conclusion that there would be a 25-year Conservation Act put in place, which would give Iowans the opportunity to go ahead and create Lake McBride for public access. So there is 900 acres of fishable waters and I believe 2,000 acres of park or public access. Like I was saying earlier, this lake has a rare fish species called the spotted bass. I don't think I've ever caught one. I didn't know they were a thing, but I guess there is spotted bass in here. It'd be kind of cool if we caught one. But there's also walleye, there's tiger muskie, there's bass, and of course there's the panfish. Now in Iowa, there aren't a whole lot of places to fish. So this area that has 900 acres or so fishable waters is kind of a spot that people like to utilize. With that being said, we have not found the fish yet, but it's still early and we got a lot of fishing left to do. So let's start drilling the hole. Builds character. All right, let's see what we're working with here. So we moved in quite a bit actually. Now we're fishing about 8 foot of water. Dang, gentlemen, it's getting tough. Tough fishing here. Well, don't see anything too promising here either. So far we have been skunked, but that will change. That will change. Let's keep moving. we're just gonna keep following this line here. Just gonna keep following this line right here. Hoorah. I am seeing marks down there. This is a pretty good hollow in here. Hopefully we're able to pull some out of here. This would be a good spot for crappie, bluegill, and if we're lucky, one of those spotted bass. I don't know so much about walleye, possibly a muskie. Let's just see what happens, yo. It's nice to get off all that ice and have some snow, give us some traction. I remember as a kid, my grandpa took me out ice fishing for the first time. He had a little pond over by his condo building. I think I might have been 10 years old. He took me out on the ice, and back then, the fishing poles he had to use were back from the 1900s, you know? They were white with a spring bobber, and the reel was actually on top of the pole. It didn't look anything like today's that we have. I remember being out there in the middle of the pond, and he told me, start at the bottom and jig up, and just keep doing that on repeat. And back then, we didn't have a fish finder. I don't know if they even had them. And I was jigging and jigging and jigging, and we probably fished for a good 2 hours, and people are starting to come look at us as we're fishing because we were in the city, and people probably don't see a whole lot of ice fishers out on these ponds that we were on. And I'm jigging, and all of a sudden, bang, my spring bobber just snaps down, and I'm reeling something up, and I caught a bass. I caught a bass. That was my first experience ice fishing, and since then, you know, it's always been something that I've been able to do outside of work, outside of school, outside of sports, that gives me a sense of just like, you know, it's just nice to be out here. But we do want to catch some fish. That is the goal. So let's see if God will help us out here. Oh, we're marking some stuff down there. We're marking some stuff down there. All right. Now the real question, can we catch the fish? Let's see. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Jeez Louise. I don't think I've fished something so tough. We are just getting absolutely destroyed here. Just absolutely destroyed we are getting here. Alright. Well, something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Right about now is when I usually start reading from scripture, so since you guys are with me right now and I'm with you, I'm gonna go ahead and read a little bit.
in Psalms. Let's just go to Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Pretty much what that says right there is, blessed be the man that gets delight from following God's law. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth, he shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff with which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. So before God, I started businesses, and 2 of them were making money, but they were not me, per se. That's not what God had intended for me. So they were like building stones, but they all perished. I mean, they were not meant for me, so they didn't stay. They died off. And what I'm finding out, the more that I live life, things that are meant to be, they stay in your life, whether you want them in your life or not. It's up to God. It's up to God. So if you're going through a season of not knowing, if you're going through a season of questioning why you feel this way, or why you feel stuck maybe, understand that there is purpose behind it, and seek God through all things, the good and the bad, and your light will shine through the darkness of the tunnel. I promise you. Pretty much, look at me fishing right now, for instance. It's noon. I've drilled a lot of holes. I haven't caught a darn fish. And what it's done for me is it's shown me what it used to be like back in the day for people that didn't have the automatic ice auger, and for people that had to go and drill a whole bunch of holes in hopes to find the fish. In all reality, a smart person would have just followed where everybody else went, but I guess I'm not smart. I like to do things the hard way a lot of times, so I ventured off and tried fishing some new spots, and I'm going to keep fishing new spots where not a whole lot of people are, and hopefully we will find them. But through this hardship, and through the, I don't want to say hardship because it's not hardship, but through this struggle of not catching fish and drilling a lot of holes, I have grown an appreciation for the automatic ice auger, for the fish finder, for these poles that have the reels that they do now, and just for the opportunity to be out here. So that's the mindset that God has given me, and that's the spirit that God has put inside of me, and all glory to God. So if we don't catch a fish, so be it. So be it. At least we're out here, and we're able to connect with you. Here we go again. I think we're gonna throw a little Swedish pimple down there. See what we do. Well, shucks. This is called a buckshot. A buckshot.
Alright, gentlemen, we're gonna go try one more spot. One more spot.
There's a dead fish.
Oh, she's windy over here.
Well,
I'm gonna drill a hole. Because if there's bait fish there should be big fish there. You would think. Let's see. Sorry. When I go to Canada, walleye, you catch walleye just like you catch bluegill here in Iowa. Well, not today. Today's pretty slow, but you'll just catch walleye after walleye after walleye. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That'd be kind of cool if we could do that out here. Let's see if this is the magical hole. Maybe not the magical hole. How about the blessed hole? Let's see. About 18 feet deep, not super deep. Yeah, let's go catch a fish. Why not? There we go. I will say, even though that we haven't put the shanty up yet, she does have a comfortable seat. Well, I don't know what to say, guys. This place is leaving me wondering if there's any fish in here at all. Or it's making me question my fishing ability, to be honest with you. Let's keep moving. Well, gentlemen, this is going to be our last spot for the day. So, let's see what happens. Hoorah! Well, everybody, that's a wrap here at Lake McBride. One of the oldest lakes here in Iowa, one of the oldest parks here in Iowa,
just handed me a big old fat skunk. I don't know if any ice fisherman has ever been skunked before. This is my first time coming out ice fishing being skunked, but why not, you know? The real reason why I came out here was just to enjoy the outdoors and talk to you guys again. I was hoping we could get some fish on the ice, but that just did not happen today. Doesn't always go as planned, and we live to fish another day. There'll be a new lake next time I talk to you guys, and hopefully we'll be able to get on the fish next time. But if not, then I really gotta question my ability to catch a fish. I don't know. We'll see you guys next time. My name is Paul. Thanks for watching. God bless and peace out.
I forgot to mention, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that little bell to be notified every time I come out with a video. Who knows what my next video will be? I don't know where my next video will be. Hopefully we'll be on the ice fishing or in the woods hunting, and maybe we'll go find some sheds. I don't know. But I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you do what I said. Please.